EA Sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo, Japan. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Dragons of Tokyo. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Now, this defense for the Bengals very strong in that victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And a gain there of 11 yards. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10.
Let's go. Panther Street. Panthers ready.
Option left. Hal's going to run with it. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. The play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Chop 60, chop 60.
Al down to throw it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
11 Thomas. 11. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. 12.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Able to find Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because
Here we go.
just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
11 Mighty. 11 Mighty.
Now it's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Dragons 3.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check that, street.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
19 Lion. Check go.
They go play action with Howell. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long.
Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Here we go.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want.
Ready?
Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
2 yards still
11,
to go.
11.
3rd down now.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
60 Bobcat, 60 Buffalo 18.
Here's Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go, Rig, go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Go.
Faking the handoff. Howell. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. He's going to field this at the 4. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Let's get set.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Here we go.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
On one, ready? 11.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking deep here for Chase. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Howell. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 12.
They'll run on 1st down. Costello. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher.
Here we go.
A really nice run.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Burrow. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee,
Here we go.
get on out for the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The 2nd down pass. Intercepted.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
18, pioneer. On the ball now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Looking deep here for Chase, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. 11. Dad.
Burrow looking to pass. Looking deep here for Chase. It got his man complete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
11. They gotta go.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
11
Now
MT,
Burrow
11
going
MT.
to change things up.
11.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Cincinnati.
Here we go.
Burrow going to keep it running right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. 11.
Burrow will throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
Touchdown,
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Dragons 10. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
19 tight. 79 Bronco. 60 Maverick. Panther 11. Hunt.
Throwing here, Howell. Forced out to his left. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Check.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He's able to find Melton. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
70.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Street! Street! Check smash! Check smash! Ready, ready!
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 52 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Hey! Smash Bronco! Take go!
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Pass complete across the formation to Melton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
70 Ranger! 70 Ranger! Set go!
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
19. Chop 60! Chop 60! Ready!
Powell steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
19 Lion! 60 Bobcat! Buffalo 18! Get up!
And Howell will throw it. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action. It's Howell. That'll be caught by Cup. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Check Bobcat!
They'll try and run for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll try to run this one in. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Cup 19! Cup 19! Ready?
Hal throwing for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
Let's get set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
On one, ready? 11, Thomas.
They'll set up to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
11, mighty.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
On 2, ready?
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Play action. It's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself
Here we go,
right
here we
now,
go.
only they were all this
12,
easy because he
12,
was wide
12.
open. And once he made the catch, plenty of
11
room to work his
MP,
way
take.
downfield.
11,
That was a
stop.
breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he's able to break out of one
Hey, we're
tackle,
good,
but
we're
then
good.
quickly
11
brought
empty,
down.
11 empty.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
11 Thomas. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon from 10 yards out. And the Bengals put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
28, Dragons 25.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
18 Rattler. Check go.
Al throwing on first down here. This one complete to Yoshivas. A big play there. 41 yards.
I'm shaking my head a little bit as an ex-DB, but I'm also nodding because any edge you can get as a receiver, you take it. Runs a stutter go there, about 12 yards downfield, then chops his feet like he's breaking off his route, and then he takes off and goes downfield again. Excellent job selling it, and it leads to a big gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Right back to him on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
7 Pirates. 18 Pioneer.
Here's Howell. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football. He comes down with the interception.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now 2nd and 5.
12. 11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Dad.
Looking to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. This is 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Here's Howell. Open man is Yoshivas. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
Howell to throw.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Warrior 70. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
70 range. Mustang 19.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
19 Lion. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18. Check up.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Sly able to put this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. God.
Throwing, Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge the secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation
11,
there, partner,
11.
because I agree.
12,
this is a group
12.
More than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here's 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolf.
He's back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Here comes 2nd down.
Hurt. Come 19. Come 19.
Powell with one final shot. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until